This is Eagle Owl, and today we're gonna talk about Jordan Mailata calls out Jalen Hurts haters and how he just don't care. Also, Cam Jurgens, why I believe his injury is more serious than what's being led on. And lastly, Commanders looking to play dirty. But let's get straight into it. All right, so before we hop straight into it, we got to shout out today's sponsor, BetUS. Again, shout out to BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150, get 150% deposit boost on your first deposit. Then on your next two, get 125%. Again, shout out to BetUS. And can use that code if you put up to $2,000 on your first three deposits. But let's get into these quick hits. It's a fan base that been pissing me off, like setting me off. I don't like these dudes, and it's the Patriots, man. The Patriots been making me so mad. Yes, of course, the Commanders this week and every week, but this particular all season, I think not the Commanders. Yes, probably the Commanders, but the Patriots, man. So it's literally betting odds that's looking to take people's money. Yeah, shout out to BetUS. Do not bet on this. But it's a betting odd that A.J. Brown will be moved to the Patriots. They talking about that was his childhood team, this, and that, and the third. Look, Howie Roseman for the bird brains or the dumb asses in New England. A.J. Brown signed an extension this year, not 2 years ago, not 3 years ago, just this year. So, dumb ass Patriots fans, A.J. Brown is not going to New England. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. He's not going to play with Drake May to win 5 games. It's not happening. It's not fucking happening. All right? All right. So let's talk about Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley had to check Jalen Hurts like, yo, one more game? Nah, we got two more. What are you talking about? But let me play this clip. I love it, man. Saquon Barkley is on that. I'm trying to get a ring. If Saquon get a ring, he might just make the Hall of Fame just based off this 1 year. And that's because we knew what was going on in New York. No O-line, quarterback ass, no wide receiver core. We know how that went. But he still did his thing in New York. Now he's in Philadelphia doing the same thing. And look, man, he's maximizing his talent. And he wants to get a Super Bowl ring. I'm telling you. He can be the first running back in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards, including the playoffs. So he could set another record, y'all. He can set another record. Yeah, he didn't beat Eric Dickerson record in the regular season, but he could do something historic. We'll see if he can do it. I think he needs 362 yards, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, shout out to Saquon Barkley. But let's go over this injury report and let's see who's on there. All right, so the injury report, Dallas Goedert did not practice. Fred Johnson, personal matter, did not practice. Cam Jurgens did not practice. Brent Covey was limited. And everybody else was a full participant, including Jalen Hurts. I put a clip here of him like just moving around just a little bit. Yeah, it's good to see this, but let's get into the topics. Well, not good to see Cam Jurgens on there. So my last video, I said, I'm more worried about Dallas Goedert than Cam Jurgens. When you go back and look at that game, I actually might be more worried about Cam Jurgens than Dallas Goedert. So Anthony DeBona put up this tweet, and I seen it myself. And I'm like, maybe it was the snow, but I didn't think Cam Jurgens had the best game. And now this back injury, and that could have played the part, but this is what Anthony DeBona put up. Cam Jurgens had arguably his worst pass blocking performance of the season against the Rams. Jurgens allowed 4 total pressures, including a sack, according to PFF. But now it's fair to wonder if his back injury was the reason why he had struggled last week. I totally agree with Anthony DeBona. Because when you go back and look at that game, you're like, Cam Jurgens just wasn't that good. And then they had Tyler Steen at left guard and had Dickerson at center today for the practice. And Landon Dickerson spoke about it, and this is what he had to say.
Center today. What does that mean for Sunday right now? Yeah, I mean, right now it's just Thursday practice. Getting Cam some rest, and it's just kind of the way it falls with rotation. I'm backup center, so service for practice and make sure that he's feeling good for Sunday.
How did you feel back there? It's obviously a lot of responsibility, calling all the protections.
Yeah, I mean, knock the rust off. I did it for a little bit in college and done it a few times in the league, so knock the rust off and kind of get back in the saddle. It's like riding a bike.
Do you expect him to play Sunday?
I mean, I do, but I'm not a medical guy. I don't know exactly what y'all can ask Sirianni or trainers. I don't know exactly, but as far as I'm concerned, I think he is.
How many snaps do you get at center during like a normal week? Do you get some?
Zero.
How do you stay ready? Because at times we've seen you not often, but you do have to go in there.
I mean, like I said, it's like riding a bike. So you go in, get a few snaps, knock the rust off, and then you're usually good to go.
If you do have to play on Sunday, how ready do you think you'd be for that at center?
I mean, I'd be pretty ready for it. I mean, it's happened. Usually I don't really get a heads up. It's kind of just like, one play, and then Tampa Bay or even Giants game a couple years ago. I mean, at least I get kind of a heads up to go warm up and kind of get my footwork and stuff down.
The flip side, Landon, is how ready do you think that Tyler is to be called upon?
I think Tyler's ready to go. I mean, y'all have seen him service a lot in games, a lot last year, a lot this year. I think he's a great player. Every time he goes in, we don't really miss a beat. So, yeah.
Is there anything about playing center just from your college days that you miss in general?
I mean, not really. I just played football, honestly. I played all 5 in college, so I just like playing football, playing O-line.
So it sounded like Cam would play, and they probably just try to rest him. I don't know. But to be fair, he didn't look good against the Rams. And now this back injury, I don't know. That's just something to watch. That's something to watch. Even though I got full confidence that Landon Dickerson will do one hell of a job at center. But center is really, really, really important when it comes to like assignments and snapping the ball. I guess let him and Jalen Hurts get those reps just in case. But I am getting a little concerned about this Cam Jurgens thing going into this game. All right. So Jordan Mailata decide to go off on Jalen Hurts haters. Let's go ahead and play this clip.
I just want to apologize for this. I just want to apologize. I'm sorry. I couldn't give a rat's ass about whatever anybody says outside this building. It ain't going to help us win championships, and that's our goal.
Stout, you talked about mentioning.
I'm sorry.
If you start,
It's tough and gritty, man. That's him. He's tough. He's gritty. He wants to be out there with us at all times, and got nothing but respect for him, man. He's tough, and he embraces it. He likes to embrace adversity, and he practices what he preaches. So.
What have you noticed out of him this week so far?
Actually, he's a lot more energetic this week. He's fired up, so it's good to see that. I'm sorry I swore. I shouldn't have done it, but you kind of got me there with that question.
He like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. Look, I'm with Jordan Mailata, man. A lot of these, these pundits and all these dudes with the fancy suits, they keep saying like, oh, Jalen Hurts and this Jaden Daniels thing. Like, look, we don't give a fuck. We don't care. Hell, I even think that Jalen Hurts might outplay Jaden Daniels. Let's be honest. Who Jaden Daniels played and who Jalen Hurts played, right? So Jalen Hurts played the Rams with the hottest defense going into the playoffs. Hottest defense with Verse, those guys in the secondary playing really well. Then you had to play them in the blizzard, right? He played the Lions in the dome with third string cornerbacks. Maybe Terry Arnold was a starter, and he was a rookie. Let's be honest of the secondary and the defensive line he had to deal with. It was really nobody's. Of course, he's supposed to cook them in the dome. If you look at the game, of course, what surprised me, or not really surprised me, is how bad Jared Goff played and that they couldn't keep up. But we knew the Lions defense was a piece of shit. Let's be honest. We knew that. We played 2 top 10-ish defense our past 2 games. Buccaneers was a good defense that they played. The Commanders were okay in that game. Baker Mayfield missed a snap. That game could have went a different way. Then they ran into the Lions, who got a bunch of nobodies on that secondary. And it just came to pay the piper, I guess. They did their thing against the Vikings, but we knew Vikings were frauds. And Jared Goff went into Jared Goff. So let's be honest of who they played. Now they coming into Philadelphia with the number one defense, pretty much healthy besides N'Kobe Dean, right? We're going to do our thing, man. We're going to do our thing, man. And again, I think Jalen Hurts have a good game. I think he has a good game. And this is going to be a complete game. I'm telling you, I see a complete game coming from the Philadelphia Eagles this week. And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Not like how our boys talking. But I don't like how they talking because they DC talking like, yo, this hit and this, that, and the third. But let me play this clip.
One thing is if he's going to run the ball and if the coordinator makes a decision for him to run the ball, we're going to treat him like a running back. And we're going to hit him that way. So that's their decision if they want to get him hit the way that he gets hit. If they don't, they'll keep him in the pocket.
I've submitted myself to doing whatever it takes to win, and some things come with that. But ultimately, you just got to make the adjustments you need to make to be able to play at a high level. There won't be any excuses going in or coming out.
He talking a whole lot of shit, man. Now, do I think it's dirty? He's playing with the line, I would say that. But it's physical football at the end of the day. If you want to get physical, treat Jalen Hurts like a running back, cool. Treat Jaden Daniels like a running back. Hit his ass. Hit his ass. Not like the mindset they coming in the game with. We gonna be physical. They gonna be physical. And let the most physical team win. Let the most physical best team win. I like their mindset. I do. I do like it coming into this game. But that Frankie Louvu guy, he's a dirty player. He might hear that and take it a whole nother way. A whole nother way. So, again, man, we got to watch these Commanders playing a little dirty. But what I think the coach said is just normal stuff. You want your defense to be physical. You want your defense to hit the quarterback. This is what it is. So I can't wait. I can't wait to play these Commanders, man. I really, really can't, man. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel about the news today? Cam Jurgens is a bit more serious than was being led on. I don't know. Jordan Mailata talking his talk. And also, are the Commanders playing dirty? This is Eagle Al. And again, before I wrap this up, shout out Bet US. I'm out.